Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video we're going to be talking about my hair. I'm going to be giving you my updated 2017 hair care video. So real quick, especially if you're new and you haven't watched any of my prior hair care videos, my hair itself is relaxed. I am team creamy crack. It works for my lifestyle in the sense that no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I travel to, no matter how strenuous of a workout I do, my hair pretty much will dry and go back to the way it looked before I started to do those things. I get my hair relaxed clockwork every 5 weeks. It's already booked out for the entire year. It's at 19 inches now, the longest part, and it's just going to keep on growing, and I'm just going to let it grow. I think a big reason, well no, I know a big reason why my hair just grows is because frankly I leave it alone. The minute I left it alone, it just started to grow. And this can just be said with actually anybody's hair. Doesn't matter what ethnic origin or race you are. When you leave your hair alone, you quit fussing with it, you quit putting all these products on it, hairspray, hair gel, dry shampoo, you wash it every single day, you just leave it alone. It will do what it needs to do. However, also keep in mind, we are different, and genetics and your DNA play any longer than that. You know, your curl patterns are different. It's all different. Let's go back in time a little bit since I was a little baby, a little wee tot, and growing up, have different hair types. My sister's hair is also relaxed. She actually relaxes her hair now. She never really did back in the day, but she has a hair that I want stuff in her hair, and I wanted that so bad. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Grace Jones. Why am I as dark as she is? I want to have, I just want to be walking around crazy lipstick. That's what I wanted to do. My sister had hair like that, and I didn't understand why my hair was like that. And then she wanted my hair because my hair to her was manageable. And even when it gets wet, it was always looking like the term Shirley Temple curls. It looked like a wet noodle, and it would, like a wet dog, what they would say. Then we have my brother who's got, I would say perfect hair. It's always like that with guys. They got these long eyelashes. That's how it was growing up. Even as a kid, I left my hair alone when it was getting damaged that way as well. So I had to get it cut. So it was always just trying to get it to a healthy state, but also me not leave it alone. I mentioned before about my hair vitamins. I have been taking my hair vitamins for it still wasn't growing like a weed. I had an accident at my old home, and I could not wash my hair. That was the sole reason. I couldn't wash my hair. Back then, I used to wash my hair every weekend. So to me, it was like, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if I don't wash my hair. So I go to the hair salon, and the first thing Lauren said was like, what the heck have you been doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, your hair grew like an entire inch. It's long. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know what? Why didn't I think of this years ago? So instead of washing my hair every week, also, I didn't know if it was going to feel just incredibly dirty. I don't know. I just knew so I washed it for 2 weeks. I did 2 weeks, and then I washed it, and then I would let a week go, wash it again, and then I let 2 more weeks go by, and then I would go see Lauren at the hair salon. And every time I went, she would say it's growing half an inch. So I said, you know what? I think the longer I alone, and I will grow. So then I stretched it out. And it just kind of depends on, I think, the season, what I was doing with myself, and I need to wash my hair closer to that 3rd weekend. I would put the dry shampoo in my hair because brushing your hair out, the dirt, all that's coming out at the same time. So, you can work it in. That's another thing is the curl. If I put, when she even does a curling iron on my hair, cannot hold a curl, or I feel it just doesn't hold a curl. So I don't need those little curling irons or any of that mess. I already know my hair's gonna fall out anyway, so I just wear it straight. It's flashing. Okay, so I'm gonna change the battery. light, it always flashes on me. I'm gonna change the battery and hopefully I don't move the lens. So if I look a little bit further back or up, you know the reason why I changed the battery. Stay tuned. Fresh battery, I'm back. I've got like protective style for my hair. During the day, I will wear it up. 9 times out of 10, I will wear my hair up. Now, I don't put it in a tight bun. I don't put it in a tight ponytail. It's pretty loose. So that way it doesn't feel like it's tight around the top of my head. Or I always wear it in like one of those little, like I think they're called the claw clips or banana clips. That's what I usually will just real quick pull it up. And that's pretty much all I do during the day if I don't wear it down. Now, after I get my hair done, I probably wear it down for a couple of days. I figured, you know, I paid for it. Might as well have the hair down. But usually I just put it up so it's kind of off my face and not in the way. Especially now that it's longer, it tends to get a lot more in the way is what I've noticed. So I just kind of, you know, put it up, be done with it, and that's what I do. Now, when nighttime comes around, again, here we go, I hair up at night. Now that it's longer, I have to put those clips. I used to be able to get away with just wrapping my entire head when it was shorter, but now that it's longer, I have to secure it first, like midway, and then wrap it some more, and then finally secure it again. I also am using new clips because my old clips that I was careful, it would start to break some of the hair off. So I didn't want to do that. So I got on my hair. It's just like slides right out. I also have a new cap that I wear. And if you've dated a black woman, if you're married to a black woman, if you are a woman that is not black and you're like, is that how they go to bed looking like that? Yes, we do. And this is something that I recommend also to friends, people that ask me how I do my hair. Maybe you should try it that way too. You know, it's not, you don't have to be black to wrap your hair, and you don't have to be black to wear a sleeping cap to bed. It's just protected. Worry about seeing the way I look when I go to bed, so I don't have to worry about that. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have good hair. So that's just my opinion. I do wear this black cap now that just holds everything together. You can wear a silk scarf, you can use a silk wrap, whatever you'd like to use. I used to, back in the day, use a turban, but the turban actually started to fall apart, so I had to throw it away. But ever since I found this black cap, and I got it at Walmart, go figure, it fits perfectly on my head, and then when I wake up, everything is still there. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I started using the cap and the new clips like mid part of 2016. So that's what I'm doing now, and it works good for me. Now, products. A lot of my same products, and I did a hair care declutter, hair care accessories, all that decluttering. I have gotten rid of so many products, and I was still decluttering because of anything that was old. So what I have now is products that I would say, faithful to and using. But I also have a little bit more stuff. Like I have hairspray, I have hair gel, but that's because that's all for my son. His hair, if he will let me record it, hopefully I can get it. He doesn't like his hair, but I love his hair. See, he has a hair, I want it. It's wavy, curly, it's just beautiful, and it's thick, and of course it's a guy. But I keep those products specifically for him, and he goes through that stuff fast because he washes his hair every day and it dries back perfect, and he needs those products. I mentioned in the Best of 2016 video, my favorite hair care brand last year was Alterna Hair Care, and frankly, it still is. I am the person, when I find something good for my hair, I'm sticking with it. And I don't care about the price. The price means nothing to me. And I can say that because I don't go through hair care products probably as quick as somebody who, let's say, washes their hair every day, or even when I wash my hair every weekend. I still don't go through products like a lot of other people. Alterna's hair care products, for me, my hair it's almost kind of like it just woke up, and it offers this hydration to my hair that seriously I feel like nothing else that I have encountered recently. I feel that my ends don't look split. It It just looks hydrated is the thing. And it's really easy to maintain it between the 3-week mark. When I use other products, and there could be other things, maybe something that Lauren at one point had used, that I had to actually straighten my hair again, like after 4 days, because it made my ends straggly. And then we knew I couldn't use that on my hair. Now, I use their moisture products, and I'm going to briefly explain again why I prefer to use hydration products only on my hair. Because my hair is relaxed, I want to focus on only using products that are going to offer hydration to my hair. That's it. The relaxer is deconstructing my hair. Okay, so if I go out and I'm using products with a lot of protein, products that say, hey, I want to strengthen your hair, I want to repair your hair, those are the words you want to look for. You want to look for protein in the ingredients. If I start using that, and I was back in the day too, I was using products, it made sense to me. Let me use products that would repair my hair. I'm thinking I'm helping my hair by keeping it healthy and it's relaxed. But in reality, or this is my theory, and I think it makes perfect sense. Others have fought me. Others have stated other opinions in the comments on my other hair videos. But it's like Nene.
I said what I said.
You're using the products to reconstruct your hair. It's already being deconstructed. So your hair is like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. I'm confused. And then it just breaks because it's confused. Appliances, none of that has changed. I use the same blow dryer that I've been using for quite some time, and then the same flat iron. I don't have multiple hair dryers or multiple flat irons. It's just when they fall apart, then I will go out and buy another one. So we'll see by the end of summer. Let's see how long it has grown. I get this a lot. I get this a lot behind my back. People like to pull to make sure if it's real. I have had extensions in my hair before, briefly, you know, just to see how I liked it. And then I didn't have them I don't have them anymore. And I don't wear wigs. I still get my hair trimmed, but other than that, it grows because I leave it the heck alone, and it just does what it needs to do. And you know, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. You have an accident and you're, oh gosh, you know, what am I going to do? Well, I got a great hair discovery out of that unfortunate incident. If you went back and looked at the old hair care videos on the playlist, you would see how short my hair was. You would see, if you started to watch old until now, you can like a reel, like an animation reel. You can flip it real quick. You can see my hair start to grow. So let me know in the comments if there's any additional questions you might have, if there's anything I might have left out. I can't really think of anything. And also, other than an update, I really don't know what other hair videos to film for you. I think the only time I probably really would be filming a hair video is if I get some sort of a hair product in, a device, a product, something that requires me to use my own hair as the model. Of course, I don't mind doing that. So other than that, I don't know. I need your help. So let me know what you'd like to see. Again, please leave comments, like, and subscribe on your way out. I do want to thank you for stopping by and watching, and I hope again this video was helpful for you. I wish you all a wonderful day or evening, and as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.